Hey guys, what's up? This is Kash-Wayne Campbell. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please make sure you subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to the channel. So today what I'm going to be talking about is how to put in an offer on One Key MLS, how to actually write up the offer on One Key MLS. All right, so the first thing you want to do is go to onekeymlsny.com. Then you're going to click Stratus. Once you click Stratus, it's going to take you to this area. Then on this particular area, you're going to hit Instranet. Okay, Instranet. All right. Once you hit Instranet, you're going to go to Forms. So wait for this to open up. You're going to click Forms. Okay, so let's click Forms. Once you click Forms, you're going to go ahead and click One Key. And then you're going to scroll down. And what we're going to be looking for is the sales binder. I think I just saw it. The sales binder or sales agreement, right? Sales binder or sales agreement. You're going to go over here to these three dots. You're going to click it. You're going to hit New. And I'm going to hit Create New Standalone Form. So we're going to click that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go to our form, right? The first thing you want to add in is the date, okay? Right, so we want to actually drop in the date. The next thing we want to do is put in the purchaser's names, okay? On the seller side, also the purchaser. This is a different, so you want to put the purchaser here, then you want to put the seller's name here. So purchaser's name, seller's name. These are two different people. These are made up people, right? All right, so the next thing you want to do, guys, is you want to put in the address. The address in this case, our made up address is 555 Main Street, and that's over in Baldwin. Zip code 11510. Okay, so let's add that in there, 11510. Right, it's all made up, right? So our buyer told us to put in an offer. They went out, they saw the property, and they're interested in putting in a $350,000 offer. Okay, so the way we're going to do this is we're going to look at the terms and conditions, right? When you do the terms and conditions, this is what the listing agent is going to look at. If you're the buyer, if you're on the buyer side, you're going to submit this to the listing agent. The listing agent needs to see exactly what's going on so they can present the offer to their seller. So when we're looking at this, we have to write this in a way where the listing agent understands it, very straightforward, and it's easy for them to explain. So the first thing we're going to do is put the purchase price. Purchase price is $350. Good faith deposit. We're going to leave that as 0. Down payment payable on formal contract. All right. So I always tell people when they go to sign contract, this is where they put the money down. Right. So in this particular case, our buyer wants to buy the property at $350. They want to put in a $350,000 offer. So I need to find out from the buyer and the lender how much money is the buyer putting down. So the buyer is going to be putting down 3.5% in this particular case. So he's going to be putting down 3.5% of $350,000, which is $12,250. All right, so $12,250. Okay, so when he goes to sign contracts, usually in the New York area, when people go to sign contracts, they usually leave $10,000 down. Okay, so again, there's nothing that's said, it's set in stone that they have to leave $10,000, but usually buyer and seller's attorney agrees on usually a $10,000 number. So they're going to put down 3.5% of 350, which is $12,250. So I can either put the entire down payment. They can bring the entire down payment when they go to sign contracts, or they can break it up. They could leave $10,000 now, When they go to sign contracts, they're going to leave 10,000, and then when they come to closing, they're going to bring a check for the additional amount, which is 2,250. Okay, so in this particular case, my buyer wants to split this up. So they're saying when they go to sign contracts, they want to leave 10,000, and the rest of the 12,250, they want to bring when they come to closing. So they want to bring the 2,250 when they come to closing. So that's perfectly fine if the other side agrees. So you're going to subtract 12,250 from the 350,000, which is going to give you this number. This is how much they're actually going to be mortgaging, because they're putting this money down, 12,250. You're just going to subtract it from the purchase price, which gives you this number, and then you're going to have your total. So you're going to put the total here. All right. You're going to put the total right there. All right. So not going to get too intricate. The mortgage is going to be for 30 years. Closing date, I don't have a closing date and time, so I usually just put TBD. When you go down here, the buyer should sign. The buyer needs to sign. When you're putting in the offer, they need to sign to say that they acknowledge it. You could always just email this to them and have them sign it. And then you also want to make sure that you put the purchaser name, seller's name, broker. Broker is you, let's say from John Doe Realty. Okay, for example, right? And then you want to go ahead and put in the buyer's attorney information right here. In here, I usually put their name, address, telephone number, email, because if you get an accepted offer, we need to email the contract out, and also the same information for the buyer's attorney. And you need to have the buyer's attorney's information and seller's attorney's information as you're writing this up, so that way we can get contracts out. All right. So just hold one moment. I want to show you guys something that you also need. A bonus when dealing with buyers. This is something that you also need. Here's something that you also need to have in your arsenal as a buyer's agent, right? Any dwelling built prior to 1978 may contain lead-based paint. You need to either print this out and give it to your client, so that way they know the information pertaining to lead-based paint, or you can email it to them and let them know that you emailed it, and let them respond that they have received it. So whenever I'm putting in an offer, I also forward this lead-based paint pamphlet, so that way individuals know about the hazards of lead-based paint pertaining to dwellings built prior to 1978. All right. So my name is Kash-Wayne Campbell. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys learned how to put in an offer now. And if you guys see me out there on any properties, man, let me know. Hey, Cash, I watched your video. I love your videos, or whatever the case may be. Or just tag me. My Instagram is @GetCashWithCash. So @GetCashWithCash. And also my contact information is below this video. If you have questions, you need help with anything, you're stuck, definitely reach out. So I'll see you guys on the beaches of the world. Definitely at the bank. Please make sure you subscribe.